Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is just my weekly what I've been warming, and I'm going to check my microphone. Seems to be fine because last week recorded entire videos and realized that I don't have my microphone plugged in right, and so that can really kind of get to your brain. But we seem to be good, nothing's blinking, everything's where it belongs. So let's dive right on in with some really interesting and somewhat varied wax, things that I don't normally melt. So first off, my friend Chris from Dazzling Scents with Chris, over the summer we did a wax swap, and she does not like Christmas tree. And she had several things that I knew I would love. I mean, I didn't ask her for them, she just recommended them and put them in the box for me. And they are from Second and Spruce, which I do not ever melt, and they are really, really nice. So thank you, Chris. The first one here is really beautiful, and this is called Christmas on Spruce, and this is holiday wreath, festive berries, sugar cookies, hints of warm fireplace. So this reminds me a little bit of Holiday from Teddy Bees. It's kind of got that same sort of a profile, but more tree. The wax from Second and Spruce is a lot stickier, so it's interesting getting it out of the container, but this was lovely, and I put this in my bedroom and really enjoyed it. And then another one that she gave me, which I liked even more, is Christmas on Second, and this is apple, wood, fir garland, candied orange, cranberry, and hints of holiday spices. I cannot wait to use the rest. This is a gorgeous Christmassy tree and wood blend. Really happy, really, really festive, and I enjoyed it very, very much. And then she also sent me a scoopable wax, and I have to say, I have never used a scoopable wax ever, and I've melted wax for many, many years. And this one is simply called Oh Christmas Tree, and this is good and strong. So this is fresh fir tree with hints of holiday cheer, and it's really, really fir tree-ish. It reminds me a good bit of Very Snowy Spruce from Scentsy, and this was very strong, and I enjoyed all three of them because I just love trees. So those were unusual, they were different, they were super fun. I will look forward to melting the rest of those. Now, back to my usual scheduled programming, which is mostly Scentsy, a little bit of Yankee, and some Teddy Bees. And of course, because we just had the pre-order, there's a good, healthy dose of Teddy Bees on this table. But my favorite combination, which I did either alternate warmers or I did it as one-to-one like cube and wax brick chunk, was baked apple pie, which I've been talking about a lot this Christmas season. I know that this is a take it for granted scent that's always in our catalog, but it's a really good mixer or support scent for a lot of our Christmas smells. So it's just good old bubbly cinnamony apple pie. And then to go with that, Crimson Berry Christmas, which is one of my favorite Christmas bricks. This was just so Christmassy and homey. This is similar to 'Tis the Season by Bath & Body Works. Got a little bit more cranberry and cherry in it, so sort of a spiced, wonderful berry Christmas scent. Really good. And with the baked apple pie, fantastic. So if you have those two, I would encourage you to do that together. Now, another really nice alternate warmer melt that I'm doing today is Sweet Orange and Evergreen, which is, of course, one of my all-time favorite scents of ever from anybody, but definitely top Scentsy Christmas. And then Holly Jolly Cider, which I have a couple bricks of, is also very good. So the Holly Jolly Cider, let's compare that to the Crimson Berry Christmas scent. Crimson Berry Christmas is heavier on things like cranberry and spice, whereas the Holly Jolly Cider, it's cidery also, but it's far more apple and tree. It's smoother, it's sweeter, and it paired very well with Sweet Orange and Evergreen, which is the best, most nostalgic evergreen scent. It's got a little bit of orange, and it smells a lot like Yankees mistletoe. It is one of my favorites of all time. Now, other things where I was just kind of throwing a little bit in a warmer here and there when I decorated my folks' house last week, because this covers basically from Thanksgiving up till, what is today? Today's Wednesday, early December. I went and I did my mom's house all day on Saturday with her, which was really, really sweet. We put up this big swag in the dining room that I redid it this year because it was looking kind of sad. And we did the mantle and we did the kitchen, and she was going to decorate her own tree, but the girls and I helped her get it up. Her house takes scent very well and needs very little of it. And she loved eggnog. She loved it. I brought her Goody Goody Gumdrop, Merry Wonderland, and eggnog. One cube goes a long way over there, and it smelled so good. So my mother was very happy with this, and I think I melted this in one warmer in my own house, but I wanted to talk about my day over there with her. And it's just perfect. It's like a really sweet creamy, smooth eggnog. It doesn't have like the nutmeg depth that some other eggnog oils from Vendor Wax has, but I really like that one, and it's just a happy smell. It's almost like a vanilla and warm confectionery eggnoggy kind of a deal. Somewhere in this house, I did a whole thing of Homestead Holiday. I don't remember where. This is such a good scent. It's just cozy. I just filmed my top 10 holiday Scentsy scents of all time, and then some winter ones, and I put this in as like a transition. You could melt it either at Christmas or in the winter with its beautiful cinnamon and the balsam or evergreeny needles and the, I think, blood orange. It's just so homey. Icicles and evergreen. I did a few cubes of this in the kitchen and one other place. It's just so pretty. It's a sweet, very soft evergreen scent with apple, eucalyptus, sugar crystals. Very popular at one point in the past. Now it's not even in the catalog, and I'm going to miss that when I'm out of bars. So then the next thing that I have here, this, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between Scentsy and Teddy Bees for most of the rest of the video. This scent, I did get a loaf from the pre-order because I knew I'd love it. But I could have gotten a second loaf if I had melted it before the RTS. That's how good this is. This is simply Christmas. This is simply stunning. It's really beautiful fir tree with just enough peppermint to make it floaty and icy, but it's mostly the tree. That peppermint makes it almost a little bit creamy. Oh, you guys, if you don't like tree and you like things that are more pepperminty, more frosty, more icy, if this comes back in the future, maybe try it. If we were to even possibly, get it as a windfall because everybody's been begging for it in the next pre-order, which once in a while she will carry something over like that, I would probably get another loaf. It's so good. Okay, now, I don't know where I was doing this, but Cinnamon Bear was going somewhere in the house, and this is just such a perfect, old school, happy holiday cinnamon. And I want to compare this to another cinnamon that I did in the basement. So this is Yankee's Sparkling Cinnamon. The Cinnamon Bear is more straightforward, just cinnamon, and the Sparkling Cinnamon has just a little bit of like a sugary holiday essence. They're both fantastic. This is a little bit more old school nostalgia for me because I grew up melting that specific scent, and it's just so good. So then another thing that I was doing was all of the cinnamon and balsam combos. Oh, it's just one of those days with the nose. Cinnamon pine cones from Scentsy and balsam spice from Scentsy. Two sides of the same coin when it comes to conceptual scents for Christmas. Balsam spice, heavy on the tree, charred cedar, and some spice. Extremely agreeable. I think everybody loves it. Very nice. Now, slightly more assertive. Cinnamon pine cones. Throws a little bit heavier, has a woodsy pine cone note, has all that cinnamon and some tree. Like, I can't live without either one. I think this is a little more dramatic, but I love them both. So good. So if you're doing that last Scentsy before Christmas order and you like tree and cinnamon, buy both of these. They're just incredible. Another one that I was doing so happily in the house was a whole clam of Sleigh Ride. This never gets old. Like sweet orange and evergreen, there's something nostalgic about that puts it at the top for me of all of the balsam and spruce and evergreen and whatever scents. But Scentsy does so many good tree scents. It's hard to choose. Sleigh Ride is in the catalog, and this is softer. So if you don't want the smolder, you don't want the pine cones, you don't want the earthiness, Sleigh Ride's probably your fir tree bar. Because this has a little bit of outdoorsiness, but like crisp and icy. And then just a little bit of cranberry. Throws well, is very agreeable, and really, really good. Another one that I did right after Thanksgiving is Frosted Cedar. So if you hate tree and you don't want any of the ones I just mentioned, a lot of people like Frosted Cedar because it's different. So this is vanilla and cedar and apple. So it doesn't smell like a Christmas tree. It has a very distinct scent that I've learned to love, but it is good, and it could be very festive depending on how you perceive evergreens. So then another one where I did this in the garage for my husband for Thanksgiving because he had gotten it all fancy out there to fry his turkey, and it was good. He did a great job. There's a little bit of Christmas cottage wreath, which I like, but I don't love. And this is just kind of a interesting conglomeration of spices and a little bit of tree, but it's slightly sharp, not my absolute favorite. Now, on Thanksgiving, we had to melt beautiful cranberry garland. It's so good. I almost called it cranberry woods. This is such a good scent. We had it in a flash sale bundle in October, and I was so glad to get more. Cranberries and sage and pine cones, and just perfect Thanksgiving earthiness. And I did just a little bit of cranberry and cardamom in another warmer on the same day to use this up and also to support the cranberry. This isn't woodsy. It's just cranberry with cherry and cardamom. It's very strong and it's good, but I miss Very Merry Cranberry very much. And I still prefer Cranberry Garland over this, but it's good, and wow, is that a good performer. So now, we're kind of getting down here. I did a lot of wax this week. It was super fun too. So a couple of things that I was playing with when it came to teddy bees so that I could see, do I really need more in the RTS? Oak cider and woods, very good, but just needs to cure. It's not as strong as I would want it to be right now. Mulled cider, cedar, oak, vanilla, toasted marshmallows, pine cones, and smoked woods. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's elegant. You could do this November, December, January. But it didn't throw super well, and I think it needs the year in the darkness to get itself together. Now, here is the one. I was so excited about this on paper and from people when it comes to the Teddy Bees pre-order. I like it, but I want more spice to balance all the other really heavy notes in here. This is vintage, and it's amazing. It's incredibly old-fashioned. It goes with its name, but I feel like it's too much on the fig and the cypress and not enough warmth. So if anybody else has thoughts on vintage, I would appreciate it. I'm going to let this cure, and maybe it'll balance itself, and I'll try it next fall. It's amazing, but it's really strong, and it's really figgy. So this is cypress and fir needles, plum, fig leaves, cinnamon, cedar with hints of smoldering woods. So I thought with the cinnamon, cedar, and hints of smoldering woods, which I'm not really getting, that this would be a very balanced, antique, like Victorian Christmas smell. But I'm mostly getting fig on steroids right now and some cypress, so I'm going to put that away and see what happens down the road. Okay, a couple where I'm just going to be melting them now because they are so good are smoked tobacco and smoked spruce. Oh, you guys, I got more of this in the RTS. This is amazing. It's good warm tobacco with the amber spice and the smoky evergreens. It's incredible. It'll be a great January scent. Good performer. No need to cure that. It's amazing. And then first we do the coffee, which if you watched my pre-order haul, you know I was really excited about this. This did not disappoint. Gorgeous real coffee scent with the oatmeal cookies and the gingerbread and the eggnog. And oh my gosh, you guys, it's so good. And I paired this with a favorite that I picked up last year, which is smoked ginger snaps. If you have these two, please melt them on the same day in different rooms. It's amazing. And I think this was the day before Thanksgiving, and it was just so comforting. Warm gingerbread spice, cardamom, charred wood, roasted pumpkins, and Tahitian vanilla. Yes, these two together, totally a home run. Okay, what else do I have? I did some snow-kissed cranberry in my bedroom at one point, probably right around Thanksgiving. This is a beautiful body care icy cranberry scent. So, so good. And sweet, very juicy. And then Happy Holidays was in the same bundle that Cranberry Garland was in. Oh, guys. I wish I could get more of this. It's a beautiful, like holly, pear, little bit of spice, little bit of pine. Great medium throw, lasts a long time. Different kind of holiday-ish scent. And I've got another pile here of things. I tried all of these out in my bedroom. Little Shop on the Corner is new from this last pre-order from Teddy Bees. Beautiful. Now, the notes in this make it sound like a Christmas scent, but I truly feel like this is more of a January, February, almost a romantic winter cozy smell. It's very antique-y, gorgeous scent. Oh, so nice. This has fresh cut spruce, black tea leaves, toasted fig. I love the toasted fig. That's sweet. Sweet pine cones, spiced winter fruits, vanilla, warm cedar, and hints of nutmeg and tonka bean. Having a whole loaf, I didn't try to get more in the RTS, but if this came back next fall, I'd probably get another tub. It's not incredibly strong yet, but it's super appealing. But it doesn't strike me as Christmassy. More wintry, could be very good even in a February melting basket. Now, another one where this did not disappoint. The snow-kissed cranberry, there's a certain type of cranberry This cranberry balsam that was in the forget-me-not from Teddy Bees. Oh, I liked it on cold, but I loved it on warm. It's a little bit different kind of cranberry, but it's juicy with the balsam and the vanilla. Very balanced, very good for a bedroom or a small to medium zone, at least this year. Fabulous. I will melt some more of this Christmas. And then my favorite Christmas trees and cream blend to date is Christmas Macchiato. This is so good. I put it in my bedroom just because I know that Christmas trees and cream isn't super strong. But with the espresso, oh, you guys, this is so yummy and so balanced. I loved how balanced this was. Fresh pine, buttercream, vanilla waffle cone, espresso and vanilla ice cream. Yes to all the things. Excellent, authentic espresso. So good. So then, what was I doing in the basement? And I think there's one or two more bedroom scents here. This is out of any sort of logical melting scheme, but I was looking at my wax stash after sorting a bunch of things for videos and hauls and all that the last week or so. I had to edit my Scentsy Club. I had to. So I put everything in my quarterly, and then I was ruthless and I cut a bunch of stuff out. So something I wanted to make sure I did or didn't want, and I did keep it, was sea salt mist. So I put this in my older daughter's room, just sort of, its own island unto itself. This was from BB&B over the summer. And it's a beach grass, amber, and very subtle, fresh, bedroomy kind of smell. And I kept it because it's beautiful. It's just different. It's not something that's going to come back, but I needed to try it out to make sure, because it was very weak when we first got it, that it was worth it. And it is. It's not going to be a boomer in a large space, but that was worth keeping, and it did make my cut. So then, all the things we've been doing in the basement. The sparkling cinnamon was in the basement that I already compared with the Scentsy one. Holiday market. I put this in my best of the season, where Robin and I did a collab last week. This is such a great scent. I said it would be good for movie night. It's fantastic in the downstairs. It's a sweet, orange and grapefruit and allspice, bubbly cider scent. It's not so good that I'd club it, but I definitely have been stocking up on some. It's really good. Maple rum cake. This is another one I had to melt and see, do I keep it in my club? Absolutely, never going anywhere. This is the best deep spice cake. It goes for days. It filled my basement with warm, rummy, deep, spicy bakery goodness. It's so unique. If you have this in your club and you love it, don't ever be tempted to take it out. Okay, now everything else that I was doing down there was Teddy Bees. Storybook Christmas, which I love, love, love. It's my favorite scent from the pre-order, except for Simply Christmas. They're like neck and neck at this point. But this one needs some time to cure. It's not quite as strong as I think it'll be next year. Oh, it's beautiful though. Oh, this is warm. Soul of Christmas. I have said it's similar, so my third video, I've been talking a lot. Very similar to Christmas Past, just take the apple note out of that and add more wood. So the smell of Christmas first by the fireplace, cinnamon, pine cones, crushed vanilla beans, and smoldering cedar wood. And you get all those notes, and it is the friendliest, most nostalgic Christmassy smell. And I think when this cures, it will be a powerhouse next year. And I got 2 more tubs of this in the RTS. It's so good. Now, another one that I love is the North. And I did melt that downstairs. Oh, and I forgot my brick of Very Snowy Spruce. I did a lot of Very Snowy Spruce on Thanksgiving for my husband in the basement. It was amazing. But I've got a big brick, and I'm keeping it down there to work through it. So nice. That's Scentsy. But the North is smokier, but kind of like Very Snowy Spruce, just adds smoke. Vanilla Balsam, Palo Santo, Marshmallow Fireside, and then Smoldering Firewood. It's super smoky, very, very good, very homey. And then last but not least, another one of the things that's been, for some people, a darling of our last pre-order, and for others, kind of I like this, and I think as it sits, I will love this. This is called Old World Apothecary. So this in the little shop on the corner. I was very fascinated by the scent descriptions of both for the pre-order. I'm very happy with them, but I think that as they sit and as we go into the winter rather than Christmas, I will really appreciate them and they'll come into their own. So this one is dark cypress, fallen leaves, charred firewood, mulled citrus, amber, fallen snow, balsam, hints of warm spice, and vanilla. Very, very good scent. Extremely complex. Is kind of cool. It's a little mysterious. It's masculine, but not in a cologne or woody way. It's a very unusual smell. This and Little Shop on the Corner I will say that, where did that one go? These two, I don't think either of those will be in the next pre-order, but if they are and you missed out on them, these are worth trying. They are unique, they are different. They'll be very good for the cold winter months or early spring when you're not sure what you want to melt. They're very sophisticated. So the Old World Apothecary wasn't quite as strong as I thought it would be, but it held its own in the basement. It was very, very nice. Probably going to try this again this week in my bedroom. So this is Elizabeth Quinn with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents with everything that I've been warming this week. I hope this was fun. If you did the Teddy Bees pre-order, what was your favorite thing? And as far as you that love Scentsy, what have you gotten out that's like super, super special for Christmas? And then I do have a Scentsy haul coming because I was able to close out a nice party on the 1st. So I have my Bring Back My Bars on order. I did get the snowman that was offered on the 1st because I had a lot of party credits and a couple things to gift people. I got the little Santa Boots mini warmer for my mother-in-law, and I actually got a warmer for myself that I wouldn't have except I had credits, and I'm like, what am I going to add to this party that'll make the haul fun, and I can use it in maybe some different type decorating. So I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I think that's going to help me jazz up my dining room closer to Christmas when I like to add red and I like to add the pomanders and all that. So this is me getting off. I'm a little hoarse, but it's been fun. I hope that you've enjoyed what, by the time I get them up, are 3 videos that I did today that were very Christmas centric. And I mean, this is just the best time of the year to enjoy your holiday wax. God bless, guys.